Most people hear the phrase financial independence and immediately think it means being rich, owning luxury cars, or never working again. But financial independence has very little to do with showing off and everything to do with control. It's about reaching a stage in life where money is no longer the main force deciding how you live, where you work, or how much stress you carry every day. At its core, financial independence means your basic living expenses are covered without depending on a paycheck. You don't wake up anxious about bills or fear losing your job. You're not counting days until the next salary hits your account. Instead, your income comes from systems you've built over time, like investments, savings, or assets that quietly work in the background. When that happens, your relationship with money changes completely. The reason financial independence feels so far away for most people is because we're trained to trade time for money from a very young age. We're taught that success means a stable job, regular promotions, and working harder every year. What we're rarely taught is how to build income that isn't directly tied to our hours. So even when people earn more, they often feel just as trapped as before, only now with bigger responsibilities and higher expenses. Financial independence doesn't require a massive income. In fact, many people who achieve it were never high earners. What they had instead was clarity. They understood how much money they actually needed to live a comfortable life and focused on building assets that could cover that amount. They didn't chase luxury for validation, they chased stability and freedom. One of the most powerful aspects of financial independence is peace of mind. When you're not living paycheck to paycheck, decisions become easier. You can walk away from toxic work environments. You can take time off without panic. You can say no without fear. This level of security doesn't come from sudden wealth, it comes from consistency and long-term thinking. A common misunderstanding is that financial independence means never working again. For most people, that's not true. Many financially independent people continue to work, start businesses, or pursue creative projects. The difference is that they're doing it on their own terms. Work becomes something they choose, not something they're forced into to survive. The journey to financial independence often starts slowly. In the beginning, progress feels invisible. You save, you invest, and life continues as usual. There's no dramatic change. But over time, something shifts. Your money begins to grow faster than your expenses. Your safety net expands, and gradually, money stops being a constant source of stress. One of the biggest obstacles along the way is lifestyle inflation. As income increases, spending usually follows. Bigger homes, newer cars, and more subscriptions quietly lock people into working longer than necessary. Financial independence requires resisting that pattern. It's not about deprivation, it's about being intentional and understanding that every dollar spent today is a dollar that could have bought freedom tomorrow. Market ups and downs are part of the process, and they test patience. Financially independent people aren't immune to fear, but they've built systems that don't rely on emotional decisions. They understand that temporary setbacks don't define long-term outcomes. Staying consistent through uncertainty is what separates those who reach independence from those who don't. Financial independence isn't achieved through shortcuts or overnight success. It's built quietly through habits that don't look impressive at first. Saving consistently, investing simply, and thinking long-term may not feel exciting, but they create results that last. Over time, these small actions compound into something powerful. In the end, financial independence is about ownership. Ownership of your time, your choices, and your future. It's about removing money as a constant source of pressure and replacing it with stability and confidence. When you reach that stage, life opens up in ways that money alone can't buy. And while the path requires patience, the freedom waiting on the other side is worth every step.